in a year where I think every single film has some really strong qualities, they were all good entries to be proud of. I was really impressed by Emerson and Marsh. It was a really nice little film and had two of my favorite shots in any of the films this year. And it was very elegant. I thought the opening scene shot from within the dishwasher was just a really strong idea. It tied into the story, and it was really good blocking in terms of the actors hitting their marks. Just really nicely done. And I thought later on in the film with the bedroom scene, that was another just really elegant approach. Told the story really well, and was simple but perfect. I thought the close-ups were kind of lacking, and if the close-ups had been as good and as well realized as the rest of the film, I think it would have taken it up another level. Looked like maybe you were shooting on a DSLR. It's tough with those small cameras to hold steady and can be distracting. So, I would definitely put it on a tripod for those closer shots. You might lose some mobility, but it won't draw attention to itself as much. But really a very, very nice job. I thought the acting was as good or better than any of the other films. The dialogue was just very naturally delivered and believable. So excellent job to everyone involved.
Hi, I'm Preston Price, Senior Editor at the PPS Group and one of the judges this year. My favorite film this year was the submission from NKU called Medium Rare Programming. I thought overall it had the best production value of any of the movies I saw, and while I don't like to use that as my sole criteria, it was so good that it just put it over the top for me. My only criticism of it is I wanted to see more. It seemed like it was just kind of getting started when it ended. So I felt like there was more to this story, and I wanted to know what that was. So that's, to me, a mark of a good movie if I want to see more of it.
My name is Paul Morris. I am one of the judges with the College Movie Festival. Thanks so much for having me. I want to talk about a few of the movies that I really, really enjoyed. I got to say, number one, right off the bat, Xavier, Leslie, fabulous. Oh my God. What a standout above everything. Your colors were bright. Your sound was crisp. It was funny. You had great talent. From the opening countdown to the very end of the last shot, there was so much time that you took into this. It really, really shows. It really pays off. You really need to get this thing in some kind of a festival.
Probably my second favorite movie was from Xavier called Leslie. I liked it. It was funny and quirky and still kind of tragic at the end. It kept me interested. It kept me watching, and it was over before I knew it. So I really enjoyed watching that. It was a good one.
Quench was really, really well put together film. It looked fantastic. It was a real coup for you guys to get that hospital room. I don't know where that was or how you did it, but that was utterly convincing, and just started you off on a great path. I thought the film was just wonderfully shot, really nice compositions, and then nicely edited and thought out in terms of the sequences of shots, the amalgamation of a bunch of close-ups to tell the story, and it just, I thought all that worked really well. The only thing that I felt was a negative about the film was just the overall idea was a little one-dimensional. It wasn't as satisfying to watch as some other films because, it just literally fizzled at the end. It was just sort of a one-trick pony, but I thought it was very, very, very well done, and perhaps the best shot movie of any of the submissions. So great job. Congratulations.
Up next, one of my favorites, Nakamu and Me. Nice twist ending. It's got monsters. I love it. I love the monster. I loved how we didn't see the monster all the time. When it was like taking out the guys that was beating him up, I really liked how that was staged. I also got to talk about Programming. Oh gosh, Programming. I love that movie. Absolutely. It was a nice sci-fi twists thing that you had going?
Charm is sort of an X factor in these films. Some of them have it, some of them don't. And Leslie had it. I mean, it was just really fun to watch. I laughed a lot at it and just found that Max Schroeder, the guy who played Leslie, just did a fantastic job. And it was nicely directed. I thought the plumber that showed up, he did a great job as a foil. And it was just really fun to watch. It wasn't a technical masterpiece, but I don't think any technique got in the way of just watching an enjoyable film. And that says a lot. So great job. I really liked it.
Another video I liked was Makamu and Me. I thought it was a good execution of an interesting story. There was good editing, good effects. Overall, just a nice story that kept me engaged and interested. I liked it.
Next, I would like to talk about a heartwarming movie. It was Lost and Found. Wow, that was... Yes, I could kind of sort of see where it was going, but I love the ride. The dog was so cute, and they got to be friends in the end, and the asshole learned a little bit of humility. Good. I like that kind of stuff. And lastly, I would really like to talk about Real Grit. What a powerful movie. It was very suspenseful. I was sitting on the edge of my seat. We're dealing with something real, post-traumatic stress. How do I want to say this? It's the... Being a military guy myself, it struck home. And in a subject that can be very hard to talk about. You guys made a really good movie about this thing. Thank you.
I think programming really distinguishes itself. It hits and does well in pretty much any way you want to look at it. I thought, first and foremost, I thought the set looked great. It just put us there right away. It was very nicely shot. I liked the camera movement, though there were some screen direction problems. The film rose above that. They weren't deal breakers, but, you know, next time. But I was very impressed by the overall thing. I thought the script was great. The acting was really, really strong. The set looked great. I thought it sounded wonderful, and I thought the effects were really spot on. So great job.